Hi, I am Melanie Kate and today I'm going to teach you how to arm knit using the chunky yarn called, I think, Yug yarn, but it's also, you can also use merino wool. But this is my blanket, ready-made. It's perfect just for this sofa, which isn't my sofa obviously, but for this is, I think, the right size for what my sofa is, so it's perfect, obviously because it gets cold in my flat, but also because it is cute and lovely. So anyway, I will show you what you need, how to do it. It's took me 2 hours, do you reckon? Just under, maybe, because I stopped and started and I took it all apart and redid it in the proper, like, close knit together, so smaller knit. So you could probably get more out if you did the knit looser, but it's totally up to you. Try both ways and then decide. It's easy to undo, but now it's secure, it won't be. But learn how to make this. It's not, this one actually isn't like proper woolly, so it's not itchy. It's more of a cotton duvet based wool. I don't even think it's wool, to be fair. But anyway, you can see all the way along how to do this. It's dead easy and ready to go. My mum just chucked this at me to show you. So it is literally like a t-shirt type material wrapped in a ball full of wadding. But it's so nice and it's come together really nicely, and it's not that itchy nastiness in wool. It actually feels thicker, so it's nicer in a way to keep people warm as well as look cute as home decor. So I am using, well, we think I need 4 of these Yug yarn is what they call it. So I'll have to work out how much this is total. This is to make a fro that is, or a chunky knitted blanket that is big enough for this sofa, which is a 2-seater, a big 2-seater sofa plus some. So I'm going to teach you how to hand knit it, obviously. So you just need the yarn and your arms, basically. So start with the whole yarn, ball of yarn there, and your length out here, and then you go create a loop, yeah. Then what? Then pull this through here and create a loop, tie it in a knot like so. You want it big enough for your hand to go through, obviously, and you want them equal each side, and then you can turn that over, and this yarn for me can go this side. Obviously if you're left-handed or whatever, it might be different. Okay, so you have to keep the knots loose because that's going to this is creating the first line. Also, if you have a cat like Maisie, she starts to attack the wool, so just be careful. So keep this loop loose, put your hand through and then pull that through. You want these to all be equal, these loops, so I'd say that's a bit wider, isn't it, or smaller? Is that too big, do you reckon? And then you just carry on doing that along the whole way. For 12 I'm doing 12, and that's your loop for the one above. So now when you go back on yourself, for this is the only line you'll do like this, probably the casting off as well will be the same, but on every row now you leave the last loop, and that creates the next line up, doesn't it? So we'll go back now. So with this you're going to go through this loop here, which, so it, on all of them you're going to have your hand through the bottom loop that you've made it in the thread. Right, so I've just pulled that up so that it's in place, so I think you can see that better now. So this loop stays the same, ignore my father. And then so from here I've got my hand through and I pull and I create a loop like that. Again, you've got to keep them the same size. So hopper locks come. Okay, so then yours will look like this. Looks a bit like a sausage plat. So then you miss this one, and you start here and you do the same. So you just pull it through and you keep the loops the same. You could have done that and put your leg up on the thing. Do you want me to take you to Chesham?
No, shut up.
You shut up and do as you're told then. So.
Yeah.
Sound like Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and then I'll do this end one as well. Don't I? And then so we're picking up the loop from this end now and pulling that through. So basically once you finish an end, you're always going to miss the end loop at the beginning and go up. So this will then create the 4th row, and this one will create the 2nd, the 3rd, technically. Okay, so then I'm just going to find this easier with this way. So you go through here, and this is what you do the whole way up now. I'll just show you the next few rows just so you've got it. And then we pick up this one from here and loop. And then you miss this one and you go along, pick up this one, etc, etc. And then I'll come back when we get to the next bit of wool. You can see we've got to the end of this, so we kind of played around with it to see what we needed to do. So I could do a loop in this one and there'll still be a left, but there's not enough left. So we're going to just join the new bit now by double knotting it and then loop it in. But it's dead easy. This is what it looks like so far, which is 1 ball's worth. It will be right with the 4 balls, we think. So we're going to just double knot that now. And then trim it with the scissors, which will show you. You see that we're really pulling it tight so it doesn't come undone, and it really won't. It's tight enough and tough enough. And then just carefully cut off the extra. And there's your knot, ready to continue with the new ball of yarn.
Just make sure it ends up on the back.
But yeah, make sure that knot ends up on the back of your blanket and not the front. But I love the colour and I love how it's turning out so far, and it's so easy. So this is it done so far, and I've got literally the length and back again, maybe in thread. So I'm going to just try and do another row as we've done on this. Obviously where I've knitted it tighter, it's come up a little bit shorter and it's a little bit wider now as well, 16 along. But then we're going to learn how to cast off, and obviously I'll show you that. But yeah, so this is 4 balls. You can obviously go bigger or smaller, whatever you want. But this is it so far. So we just tried this for this end. Like I said, I was going to put another row in, but it's too short to fit the whole row and then cast off. So I hope this angle's alright. You put your hand in this one and this one together and pull the thread through. And then keep your hand in this one and this one, pull the thread through, hand in with the next one, pull the thread through, and do that the whole way along. And then you just pull this through like so. So to see here this end, we're going to have to do something to that, because why would you leave it like that? And obviously that end you're going to have to trim off. But this is it finished. What are we doing? Come on.
Well, you could either do a knot there, another knot.
Yeah.
Certainly down there you've got enough to do a knot, haven't you?
And then what? Cut that bit off.
And just
Tuck it in.
tuck it in. I'll tuck it into something below, down like through there.
Then this is the end where we started. So you can do similar. That's right short.
Yeah, so maybe just knot it onto that one. Do you think, like that?
Yeah.
And then cut it off and poke
You've
it
got
through.
the scissors there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cut it and poke it through.
So here is the finished article. It is really nice. I love, and I'm really glad that my mum said to me, stop, look at the knit, look at the big knit compared to the looser knit to the tighter knit, and what works best, and go from there. So I redid it basically, and I do think that it is lovely. Probably is like, I could do with one more ball of the yarn, because then it would be like that extra bit long, just because you could like tuck it over. But it is perfect, and I've gone 16 along rather than 12. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Will you give this a go? Because it is honestly so easy. I know it looks easy, and I know that I am creative, but it really is that easy. So I hope you do give it a go if you want to. Obviously I'll leave everything, the wool, the yarn, everything I got, I'll leave the link in the description box down below. And I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.